This is a critical video that I'm going to discuss what is the cure for cancer, I believe, from everything I've learned over the last 20 years of working with my father. So he worked for over 30 years before that as a professor of medicine at UCLA, concluding that the drugs don't work, and then turning to healthy living, discovering Nathan Pritikin, who was helping people get healthy with by changing their diet. And so, but my aunt now has life-threatening cancer, and so there's a lot of people out there who have somebody they care about who has cancer or who's had cancer, and therefore is at risk to get it again. I want to go right into here's what the evidence is all pointing to, and then I'm going to call Dr. Perry and ask him what he thinks. So he's one of the top experts in the world on post-traumatic stress. He's been preaching about it for 30 years. And so let's just start with asking him.
You have reached the Child Trauma Academy. Please leave a message with either your phone number, email address, or both, and someone will be in touch. Thank you for calling.
Hello, Dr. Perry. This is Chris Bennett calling, and I want to let you know that Chip and Joanna Gaines have your two excellent books about post-traumatic stress, and I've been inviting them to create a television show in which we reveal to the country and the world about how this important idea of how treating and understanding toxic stress can lead to good health. So, of critical importance, now my aunt has severe life-threatening cancer. And so I'm posting a video on my new channel. I will email it to you, and I'm going to talk about what I think is the cure for her, and I think the lesson with her can help a lot of other people. So I may get cut off here, but I'll leave you a few details. My first communication with you in the letter 14 years ago was regarding sharing with the world about post-traumatic stress and its effect on health and how it's relevant to all the different health problems. And you sent me back a message saying, look at the ACEs studies, adverse childhood experiences. So my aunt had adverse childhood experiences. She grew up right after World War II. And then after that, she got married and ended up in divorce. She never found love. Economic struggles. Then over the last 10 years, in the family she was living in with her son-in-law and daughter, there was a problem of severe post-traumatic stress and overuse of alcohol with one individual who was chronically angry and super condescending and negative on a daily basis. She was in a toxic environment. Then she developed cancer. So question, what is the cure now? Over the last 10 years, he didn't have any treatment available. Neither did she, for the whole family was traumatized in a state of toxic stress overload. So now that she has cancer and she's very sick, wouldn't you say, put her in an environment with healthy living, a deluxe hotel for a month. So my father was a founding medical director of the Pritikin Longevity Center, now in a Trump-owned hotel in Miami Beach. That's the kind of place she should be in. And so I have this proposal to put her there, to create one here in Austin immediately with adequate funding, put my aunt in it and my father who has severe dementia. They have been denied the treatment that they deserve. Out of the $4 trillion we're wasting on sickness care, it should be a simple thing to do. So I'm asking you to analyze this. Is this the cure for her? Most likely. Is that worth a shot? I want to put her on a deluxe ranch or in a deluxe hotel with the best doctors, Dr. Dean Ornish, Dr. Andrew Weil, Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Herbert Benson, all these doctors consulting. I've got all their books in my library. And after getting her the best care, we're in the process of streamlining and sending all their valuable books into the medical system by creating a television show in which we talk about the health issues and we talk about what's missing in the current medical system. So it's a simple idea. Out of all these health experts, Norman Cousins, take one, Anatomy of an Illness. You know the whole story, I'm sure. He read my father's book because they were both at UCLA and endorsed it. So ever since Norman Cousins died, after he used positive emotions to cure his life-threatening illness, and he wrote about that in his book, Anatomy of an Illness. And so after that, the foundation that he created has been looking into cancer and stress and also the immune system and stress. And they found very, very solid connections. So my aunt learned that she had cancer. She had to get surgery. Then in the midst of that, she's realizing, I'm going to die. She's realizing. So she's scared as hell. So her stress is going through the roof. This is why people don't get better, is my view. So if my aunt, then she's been going into the incompetent medical system, which is like the Titanic. And, oops, I forgot it ends that way. Now you don't really know if it got left there. Bruce Perry Child Trauma Academy. So I've been communicating with Dr. Perry for 14 years. And so I'm asking you, Dr. Perry, if you didn't get that message, to please maybe film me a little video response or maybe we could do a Zoom call or something, or film me a little video response. Across the country, these people that are dying from cancer, yes, most cancers are caused by unhealthy living, like smoking cigarettes. My aunt didn't do any of that. She was a sometimes exerciser. Long time, 10 years ago, she was overweight, but she's been normal weight since then. And but it's just the toxic stress in her environment. So if I'm thinking like Miracle, and I'm thinking like if everybody can come together with me to save my aunt and my dad, we'll create something which is going to spread to the whole medical system, so that when you're there, you get the same kind of treatment. When the people that you care about are there, you know, if you're not there now, and your friends and family aren't there getting mediocre treatment. My aunt was sent home, and now my mom's there scrambling to try to figure out what to do about my aunt who can barely eat and is just sipping, and her tongue is swelling up. She hasn't even started chemotherapy. She's scared to start chemotherapy. But what hasn't been tried in the medical system, what always happens is people find out they have cancer, and then the physical pain starts, and then the emotional pain starts, and then the fear in your family members, and the uncertainty, and you don't know if you're getting the right treatment, and you feel like maybe there's some treatments out there that maybe are going to help you, and you're frantically trying to get to them as the days are ticking by, and the afflicted person, their stress is going up higher. So in the last week since they took out the cancer, my mom went into the doctor. The doctor said, you've got a blood clot in your leg, and so you've got to take this blood thinner that we're going to prescribe you. Bye, you go home. Oh, it costs $200 copay. Wow, I only have $2,000. So she delayed it for a day before she told us, and then she when we offered to pay for it, and then she got a clot in her lung, and she had to go to the hospital. So she had to go back to the hospital. So this is the kind of treatment people are getting. Tell me yes to the alternative. Let's do it.